Good morning students, how are you all? Hope you are fine and I am also fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Dear students, today we are going to a new class and this is from English for today. I am your English teacher with you. Let's start our class. Welcome everyone, dear learners. Here is my identity. I am Shagufta Nasrin, assistant teacher of Afanullah High School, Mahiganj, Rangpur, and already my contact number and email ID is given on the screen. You see here, this is national flag of Bangladesh, and we know national flag of Bangladesh is very important for the existence of Bengali. Now my question is to you here, why is a national flag so important for a country? Can you guess the answer? Why it is important? I already told you it is important because it reveals the identity of independence of a country. Reveals, that means express. It expresses the identity of independence of a country. So, as we see that this national flag is the identity of Bangladesh, such other national flags also have some identity of few other countries. Let us see which are they. Here are some more national flags. Can you say which countries this national flag represents? Let me help you. This is Nepal, Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, Bhutan and Maldives. In the world map, we can see that these countries are around our country, Bangladesh. One thing, just think yourself, the person who live by our home, we told them that they are our neighbors. In the same way, if we see that in the world map these countries are beside our country, so what can we say them? We can say them that they are our neighboring countries. From these countries, here is a picture on the screen and already the question is given on the screen. From which country are they belong to? You can easily guess because you love cricket. From which country? You can say which country? They are from Sri Lanka. So, dear learners, do you want to know something more about Sri Lanka? I think you can guess our today's topic. Let's know more about Sri Lanka. Let us see. Here is a map for the country Sri Lanka. We will see it that different places is highlighted here, and this is the national flag of Sri Lanka. And as you see here, here is a pearl what is dazzling in the oyster. Just at the same way, we see Sri Lanka is dazzling in the Indian Ocean. That's why it is called the Pearl of Indian Ocean. Sri Lanka is the Pearl of Indian Ocean. Now open your book, Unit 6, Lesson 2. Usually, what do we say when any new person come to us? What do you say? We say welcome. Sometimes we say assalamu alaikum, sometimes we say welcome, sometimes we say hello. But do you know what do Sri Lankan people say at this situation? They say Ayuvan. Ayuvan, that means Ayuvan means may you have the gift of long life. Anyone in the text, you can see, you have opened your textbook. Anyone visiting Sri Lanka may often hear the word Ayuvan. The word meaning, may you have the gift of long life. So, this is the welcoming tone in Sri Lanka, and you entered in Sri Lanka, you will get some nicknames. Sri Lanka is known as Teardrop of India. Sri Lanka is known as Serendip. Sri Lanka is known as Ceylon. Sri Lanka is known as Pearl of Indian Ocean. So, in the text, we also get the same information that Teardrop of India, Serendip, Ceylon and Pearl of Ocean all are the nicknames of Sri Lanka. So, dear learners, we get the identification of Sri Lanka, and from this text 1, we get a new word here, that means reveal. You see a picture? Any idea? Reveal. This is a verb form, and in the text you see the sentence, these names mean the richness and beauty of this island nation. Richness and beauty, reveals the richness and beauty. So, what is reveal? Reveal, that means make known to others, previously unknown. So, if you do not know about Sri Lanka, only by knowing the name you will get reveal the richness and beauty of the country. So, can you make a sentence by using this word reveal? Let me help you. Another word we see here, ancient. Ancient, this word is an adjective. Ancient, pronunciation of this word is ancient, and ancient is an adjective meaning old or chronic or belonging from distance past. Here is the sentence, Paharpur is a site of ancient monastery in Bangladesh. Let us see something more, and you see here Sri Lanka, the whole map from north to south, the measurement is 415 kilometer. That means this country is not so big. This is a very small country, and from north to south its length is 415 kilometers. So, what about the east to west? From east to west this is 220 kilometer. And in the text we see that it has total area of 65,600 square kilometers, and we see another thing is that coastline, and the Sri Lankan coastline, this is a noun form. Coastline is 1340 kilometers. That means Sri Lanka has a coastline more than 1340 kilometers. In the next text, we get some new information about Sri Lanka, and it is about their population. Sri Lanka is, you see the picture, and here different types of hands that are combined, that is multiracial. Multiracial, this is an adjective relating to people of many races, that is multiracial. And here is a sentence for you, Sri Lanka is a multireligious, multiracial and multilingual country. So, this country is very complicated and lots of people live here, but they are very much attached with each other. Only for that reason we can see that this is a multireligious, multiracial and multilingual country. Total population of Sri Lanka is 20 millions. Among them we see Sinhalese, Sri Lankan Tamils, Indian Tamils and Sri Lankan Moors. Here is a demography for Sri Lanka. Here are the people. Say Sri Lankan Moors, Sinhalese, Sri Lankan Tamils and Indian Tamils. All they live in harmony in the country. 4 major ethnic groups live in harmony in Sri Lanka. Another group we see in Sri Lanka, they are, guess in the text that is given, they are Vedas, and they are the 5th ethnic group named Vedas, original inhabitants of Sri Lanka. Vedas are the original inhabitants of Sri Lanka. Past or historical, we can get the information in Mahavamsa, the great chronicle of Ceylon. So, what is chronicle? Chronicle is a noun form, a source of historical data, include ancient event. And here is a sentence for you. Mahavamsa or the great chronicle is a very important work for the Lankans. Now, let us go to another topic about Sri Lanka. What is that? That is economy of the country. So, how is the economy of that country? The economy of Sri Lanka is mainly based on agriculture. What type of crops they produce in their country? They export crops, tea, rubber and coconuts. Sri Lanka's exporting crops are these. We see here lots of spices, rubber, tea, coconut, everything. So, dear learners, these are the crops that Sri Lankans export, and this is their economy is mainly based on these crops, tea, rubber, and you see here in this way they collect the extracts from rubber tree, and this is very helpful for producing different types of things. Coconut, this is nutmeg, cinnamon, cardamom, clove and pepper. So, these are the crops that Sri Lanka export, and on this their economy mainly based. So, dear learners, here is another word. You see, archaeology. Archaeology, this word you guess here, they are doing something, they are digging the soil. Do you know why are they digging soil? It is one type of study to find out, to search the past history of our country. This is a noun form, and archaeology, the study of the past by excavation and analysis of its material remains. This is archaeology. And can you make a sentence? Let me help you. Owari Boteshwar is a tourist attraction for its archaeology. Let us see the archaeological treasure of Sri Lanka. Here are the pictures of archaeological treasures, and if you close your eyes, if you see around your country, you will see such type of archaeological places, that means Paharpur, in Dhaka, Ahsan Manzil, Lalbagh Fort, in other districts, in Natur, Rajbari, Moinamoti, every places have its own history, that is archaeological treasure, and this is the archaeological treasure of Sri Lanka. Such archaeological treasure we have in our country in Bangladesh. So, these are the archaeological treasure that compare golden age of Greece, the Roman Empire and Mayan citadels. Natural beauties of Sri Lanka. This is very important. Our country is also full of natural beauty. Sri Lanka, let us see what type of natural beauty. You see the picture, waterfalls, sea and wildlife. Sri Lanka has a very nice natural beauty, and this is blazed with azure sea. That means the sea is, the color of the sea is deep blue, that is azure sea. Sandy beaches, green hills, cascading waterfalls. Cascading, that means very clear and clean water, abundant wildlife and variety of flowers and fruits. For this natural beauty, people enjoy these activities. This is snorkeling, fishing and sailing. People and tourists love to do snorkeling, swimming, fishing and sailing there. Tourist places, very important tourist places, people like to visit these places. First place, Anuradhapur. Anuradhapur, the internal view is like this and outer show is like this. Anuradhapur is the ancient capitals of Sri Lanka. Let us see some more places. This is Bandala National Park. If you are nature lover or bird watcher, you will love to visit this place. You can search Google and you will find a huge amount of pictures, videos about Bandala National Park. And Bandala National Park is the national park of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka leading destination for bird watcher. Dear learners, another place here, Hikkaduwa. You know what is this? This is coral reef. Coral reef, something that is grown up under the sea water, and this is stony, that's why it is called coral reefs. And Hikkaduwa is very famous for these coral reefs, and you see sandy beaches. Hikkaduwa, little town of Sri Lanka, famous for its beach and corals. Dambulla, Potted Cave Complex, the biggest, greatest potted cave temple complex of Sri Lanka, famous for the Rangiri Dambulla Global Stadium, built in just 167 days. This is potted cave temple and this is built only in 167 days. This is very attractive place for the people around the whole world. Now dear students, we have lots of information about Sri Lanka, that is Sri Lanka's people, Sri Lanka's archaeological places, tourist places, economy, population, identity, everything. And if you want to write a paragraph in such way as we get in the text about Sri Lanka, what should we do? Let us see. I want to write about Bangladesh. So first of all, I would like to think about the introduction. What will be the introduction about our country? You may write down about the independence of our country, you may write down the natural beauties of our countries. In this way, Bangladesh is my motherland and I love to live in this country. Our country became independent in 1971 and our country is full of natural resources and our country is full of natural resources. Our country is a riverine country. And next step, you have to think about the location and land area. What is the location of our country? Our country is a part of South Asian countries and this is at the south of this country is the Bay of Bengal, and around our country we see different parts of India, and at one corner we see Myanmar. The total land area of our country is 1,47,570 square kilometers. Population and culture. People of our country love to live very simple life. There are lots of ethnic groups in our country. Irrespective of ethnic identity or religion, we love each other and live in peace and harmony in our country. Economy. What is the economy of our country? on which our country is economy based. Mainly our country is economically based on agriculture, and nowadays in trade and commerce we are taking an advance in garment sector, and so we export fishes in different countries from our country. Archaeological treasure, we have lots of archaeological places, Lal Bagh Killa, Moinamoti, Paharpur, Mahasthan God. These are the archaeological treasure of our country. And natural resources, coal, oil, gas, these are the main natural resources of our country. Our country is a riverine country, so fishes are produced a lot, abundant in our country, and lots of natural resources we have in our country. So I think you can in this way think yourself. You can write down something not only about in Bangladesh, if you want to write about India, if you want to write about Maldives, Bhutan or any other country, think about these key points about that very country. You can write down a paragraph, at least 10 sentences about that country. So dear learners, I hope you have enjoyed this class. Thank you very much for watching the class. We will meet again soon in our next class with a new topic. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Thank you.